Hi, I'm Novel Mike, and this is my opinion. So, I wanted to talk about the Nintendo Direct that aired a couple days ago because I thought there's some pretty cool announcements, and I want to talk about some of the lack of announcements as well. But unfortunately, something happened yesterday and today that I feel takes a little bit of precedence at the moment, so put that on the back burner for the moment. Let's talk about these things. If you're not aware, this is an Amiibo. It's a little toy for Nintendo's Wii U system and the 3DS for certain games. They add different features, bonus stuff. You can use them to in Smash Brothers to fight against and train them up, and then have them, help you with in fights, and you can have them fight against other Amiibo or against yourself, whatever you want to do. Um, they're little unique toys. They're pretty cool to have. They all have a lot of detail. They're pretty nice. We don't generally get this kind of stuff from Nintendo, so I like seeing it. What I don't like is how Nintendo has largely screwed up everything related to Amiibo since they started it. First, they just didn't have stock of a lot of characters unless you pre-ordered them very early. Some characters like Villager, Marth, and Wii Fit Trainer, like they're almost impossible to find. They said they're going to do a Marth reprint at some point, but who knows still when that's going to happen. And it's been getting progressively worse in every single wave up until yesterday, which the fourth wave finally went on reserve. GameStop had problem with their servers, but even then they only last about an hour, even with it taking like an hour to process a single person on their web and source service. And Target had Jigglypuff, which lasted for 7 minutes as their exclusive, and it was gone. Best Buy had all their sold out in half an hour or less. Toys R Us was supposed to put them up at 7 a.m. this morning, but somebody found the links early, and they didn't think to, wait to put them up. And so all those were sold out well before they were telling people they were going to actually be available to buy. And it only lasted about 30 minutes in the middle of the night, and that's including their limited edition Greninja. And I can go on and on with this for how many companies are just, unable to meet any kind of demand for these, and how scalpers are going crazy on eBay. I sold Jigglypuff not even 5 minutes after it was over, going on eBay for over $70 in some cases, when people don't even have them yet. But they know they're going to try to get as many as they can, so they put them up in bulk on there for people to buy, and people will buy them because people want these things. And Nintendo is doing nothing to make any of this easier on us. If it's not that they're hard to get, then they're retail exclusives at different places. And, not only is it hard to get from that retailer, but then you don't have any opportunity to get it from anyone else either. It's very frustrating. I mean, I got 3 of the ones I wanted yesterday after having to wait 2 hours to be able to put an order through. And it's just not fun. It's draining. It is just a terrible practice. I know several of my coworkers went down to Toys R Us at 9 o'clock or earlier this morning to wait in line just to see if Toys R Us was going to be even able to reserve their exclusive Greninja or anyone else. And thankfully somebody came out and told them that they weren't, but that's ridiculous. That not only does not Nintendo not provide enough stock, but that they're not even communicating well enough to retailers to let them know when they should start taking reserves. And it's just a mess. It's not fun. It's not worth doing, in my opinion, anymore. I've been a staunch defender of everything related to Amiibo as far as I've been so far, but I just can't do it anymore. We deserve better from you, Nintendo. I mean, we're not asking for, compensation or anything crazy. We're just asking to be able to buy the stuff that you want to sell us, to give you guys money and not have to pay a seller or a scalper 10 or 5 to 6 times as much as you're selling them for. It's ridiculous at this point. At this point, personally for me, I'm just looking at all the ones I've got, which is a majority of the ones that have come out so far, and I just want to just sell them and be done with it because I just don't think it's worth it. And I know many of my friends and coworkers feel the same way. You're just taking all the fun out of it. And as much as I understand your general business model of, trying to build up an idea of something being harder to get so they sell more, the only people you're really helping right now are scalpers. And they're not going to be there for you when all the fans who can't get these anymore just can't get them. And they're not going to buy them at that point because they won't be able to make any money. And then what are you going to do about your fans? And we're the people who have, defended you over the terrible sales of the Wii U, how poor the 3DS did originally, how stupid it was for you guys to not have a charger with the new 3DS XL. I mean, there's so much more you could be doing, even if you can't meet the demand now, to at least communicate and say, hey, yeah, we're sorry these are sold out. We're going to try to restock people as quickly as we can, and actually do that would be just generally helpful. But no, you're silent. Or you'll make a post on Facebook or Twitter talking about how cool the Yoshi Amiibo is for Easter or something like that, when it's just aggravating your fans. And I mean, this is your fans. Imagine how kids feel, or parents of kids feel, trying to get these things. If you're a parent and you work a majority of the time, you stand no chance of getting these for your kids. And how do you think kids feel when they walk into a retail store and they ask about, a Marth Amiibo, or heck, just Ness, or, Greninja, any of the Pokemon ones, and then they have to be told, oh no, those were sold out in a minute online, and we didn't get any in store at all. That is ridiculous. And it's not okay, Nintendo. I'm not normally a negative person. My whole thing about making this show was to be positive. But you have to do something. Or not only are you going to stop having your Amiibos sell so well, at least for a limited time until scalpers get the idea they can't sell them anymore, but you're going to lose some fans too. And this isn't a time you can lose your fan base. This is when you need them the most, especially after delaying Zelda for another year, and there's not really any kind of game even similar or that kind of high-profile game that has been announced to be coming out for Wii U this year. This is the time you should be taking care of your fans the most. And up until Amiibo started, I thought you understood that. Now I don't know what to think, but I'm not happy, and I am far from the only one. I just hope that you can do better in the future, and I hope you at very least start communicating better, because at the very least, that is what you can do. I'm Novel Mike. That was my opinion. I hope everyone has a good day. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I promise my next one will not be so depressing. Thanks. Bye.